Where to begin? I suppose I should start with where you and I left off. An orphan devotes his inheritance to destroying London. The Prime Minister is suspected of corruption. Time travel turns out to be grounded in reality after all. And my just reward for doing everything in my power to end the madness is jolly good show. I was your beloved all along. Now I must take my leave and die all over again. And as any individual who'd endured several novels worth of trauma in a single night, I went frightfully mad. Oh, I was still the respectable Professor Layton on the outside, a true gentleman to all who know him. But in my heart I felt something within me irreparably snap. All I could comprehend is that I wanted it all to end. That finality is what drew me toward
forbidden knowledge that humans were never meant to learn?
That's an accurate term for it, yes. The more I obsessed over that night, the less I cared about all else. There was nothing else on Earth, no other form of friendly interaction, puzzle, reward, or personal glory that could put the pieces of my heart back together. The answer I required was beyond logic as I knew it, beyond life, beyond death.
You've moved on once before, Herschel. You've had 10 years to come to terms with my passing.
I believed as much myself, but I see now it was only a mask I put up for others. I merely played a part, the perfect English gentleman. I believed my actions were my way of honoring you, but losing you all over again was just too painful. I couldn't do it again.
So you put your entire life on hold, to literally move heaven and earth, just for me?
For you? Not quite. It was a puzzle like any other, one that brought me toward a frightening relic. The Black Book of the Dead, so well preserved after millennia. I may be a man of pure logic, but even I could feel the cold dread emanating from that book as I handled it. Through its pages, I deciphered one subject in particular. Mutt-in psychosis, a transmigration of the soul.
Judging from the lack of stitched corpses and electrical conductors, I assume you haven't quite followed in Victor Frankenstein's footsteps.
Oh, Balderdash. That's a 19th century novel. It has no basis in reality.
You're speaking to the incorporeal phantasm of a dead time traveler. Can you define reality to me?
The reality is that it was all for myself. I now realize that I can never truly let go of the past, no matter how much I wish to. The most I could do was take off my hat. Tell myself that I can finally move on, but sooner or later, I always fall back into the same old habits.
What do you mean, Herschel?
Keeping the hat on at all times.
I noticed that. You've taken awfully good care of it.
It was all I had of you. What else? I remember it so clearly. No taking it off. Those were your words, and for 10 long years I never did.
You took that to heart. Herschel, I was only teasing you.
But it was all I had, Claire. Learning how to properly bathe and groom myself without getting it wet was quite the conundrum. And I had to make special arrangements with the barber. And I contended with the blatant contradiction of etiquette while wearing it indoors. All for 10 years. I never stopped.
I never even imagined.
That every day of my life has been molded by tragedy. You do recall how my interest in archaeology began, don't you?
I do. You've lost a friend when you were young.
Randall is his name, though I would later learn that he survived years after your passing.
But you told me that he fell into a chasm. How could he have survived?
The details are rather complicated. They involve a masked gentleman with wings and an overly theatrical Phantom of the Opera charlatan, whom I learned is actually my long-lost older brother, who was stolen from me since before I could form words. I digress. My point is that I was already clinging to the past long before you and I first met in our college years, to honor the memory of a friend who loved to study the past. That is all I've ever known.
Astoundingly bizarre details aside, you can't imagine any future without me? At all?
Never. And my obsession with the past led me to wander Egypt alone, seeking one tomb after another. I've received a photograph of an Egyptian hieroglyphic, you see. It depicts a means to thrust open the doors of death.
And you just dropped everything in your life Your students, your career, your friends, your family, all to pursue what could have been a fairy tale?
Yes.
What about that boy, Luke, or Flora? Aren't they with you?
Luke joined his parents to live in America, and Flora has matured into adulthood and begun her own life. It's just as well this was a personal expedition meant only for me, not the sort I wanted in the papers.
Did you tell anyone before you left, Herschel? You just left without a word, didn't you?
In my mind, I knew my goal was an irrational one, an impossible dream from a desperate fool who was too tired. To stay strong, one I fully expected would bring about my end.
No, you don't mean...
It was my excuse to join you in death, nothing more. You do recall, don't you? I told you I didn't want to say goodbye again. As you can plainly see, I meant it. And I'd reached the zenith of my grief where I disregarded all else.
Oh, Herschel, I'm so sorry. I never realized how much I hurt you when I
Suddenly appeared in my life after 10 years, masqueraded as a younger sister you've never had. Revealed yourself to be Claire all along, illuminated as a firefly in the night, and then walked out of my life all over again. All in the span of a single day. No, I suppose you could never understand what that's like.
I was ashamed. I left behind so much sorrow. Everything my co-workers and I worked so hard to achieve. It's just one of London's blackest moments now, isn't it? The truth is, I'm the one who drew up the final calculations all those years ago.
Calculations? You're referring to?
The ones that Dimitri spotted a grave error in, and raced as quickly as he could to halt the demonstration, only to find my chart remains where our laboratory once stood. It was my error that caused all of this. I was thrilled when the day finally arrived. So optimistic, so reckless. I was going to be the first person to travel through time. So I told Bill to fetch his sponsors, schedule the demonstration. And it's all my fault, Herschel. I made a mistake, and that's why
I hadn't considered... You were unusually composed in your final moments. I thought it was merely a strong will on your part, but...
Strong will? I spent what little time I had left witnessing the results of this mistake. How it led to Clive's madness, Dimitri's desperation, your immense grief. All I could do was damage control for a nightmare 10 years past. I wasn't staying strong, I was guilty. I was afraid. Afraid of what could happen if Dimitri tried to undo that tragedy. Afraid of causing more death, more victims. I just wanted it to end, to fade away, to die.
So that was why, Celeste, your alias? You wanted to disassociate yourself from your old identity as much as possible.
I know it's easy to point the finger elsewhere. Greedy politicians, betrayals, and the like. But none of it would have been possible without me. If only I wasn't so eager to surpass the laws of nature.
Claire.
It took that horrific tragedy to teach me that there are things humanity should never be allowed to control. So many people paid for my arrogance, there are no words to express my remorse. Even now, I can never make amends. I understand if you despise me for all the pain I've caused you.
No, I could never despise you. Even if that makes me a fool, I'd never had a good night's rest since you went back to that fateful day. I would always see you in my dreams, glowing so radiantly, and I wake up in tears. Every night, I love you, Claire. However much it haunts me, I always will.
Herschel, I don't deserve you. Not after everything.
Don't be so quick to praise me. In truth, I am no better than you.
Why do you think that?
Isn't it obvious? I, too, am guilty of breaking the laws of nature. You know that firsthand, and even if you hadn't perished that fateful day, I dare say my own curiosity would have compelled me to unlock the Black Book's secrets someday.
Intellectual growth.
Should commence at birth and cease only at death.
Albert Einstein, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I solved Heaven Claire. And in doing so, I've condemned you into a phantasmal existence that you greatly detest. One that shall only end when I, too, pass on.
Yes, you have. I was free, you know. I was at peace, away from all the guilt, and now I am tethered to you, like a kite on a string, warmth just out of reach.
All to have you back in my life, even a whisper of you. Perhaps it would be better to...
Don't. Please, Herschel, don't end your life for me.
Shouldn't I be made to pay for breaking the laws of nature, just as you have?
Please don't do it. I couldn't bear to be the cause of your death, Herschel. I know it's hypocritical of me. I just love you. I love you. I can't help it.
Even knowing you'll remain like this as long as I live?
Yes.
I could never demand such a thing. Not after what I've...
I know, but I can choose this. If it will give you peace, I can endure this in life.
What?
I can't give you the life we've planned. I can't share meals with you. I can't keep you warm at night. I can't give you children. But if I can help you go on living, after everything you've endured, you deserve a respite. You deserve peace. Looking back now, it wasn't fair of me to leave you like that. To break your heart all over again. There. You must be so tired from all that grief. Just close your eyes and lose yourself. I'll be the one to stay strong now. Just let your weary mind rest, Herschel. I'll guard your dreams from now on. I shall remain in your heart, your thoughts, your senses. Your guardian angel for all your days. This will be my atonement for all the grief I've left you with. I know I can do that much. To put the pieces of your shattered heart together. To see you smile again.